Hello everyone and welcome. In this video I am going to be doing the full moon in Aquarius pick a card message to see what will the full moon in Aquarius bring for you. Now if you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching the replay, you'll be able to, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to skip forward to your pile, but I will, during the live, I will probably be repeating the piles. So I'm just going to allow a few people to jump on, and in order to hear your message live, you will need to pick a card, but it's going to be based on piles. So pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to show you the piles, the cards first for each pile, and then you can pick which pile you want to receive your reading through. Now this is going to be a collective pile reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay, as always, readings are for entertainment and spiritual purposes only, so you have your free will. You can do whatever you want with the energy. It's up to you. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the pile selection as soon as I see everybody step in. And like I said, if you're watching the replay and you're watching this on YouTube, you can skip forward to the timestamp. I'll put that in the description. Also, for those of you who are not aware, I do have a Magical Academy. Magical Academy is now available by annual subscription. That enrollment period is going to be closing soon. So if you wanted to join on an annual basis, that enrollment period will be closing soon. So I would hop on my my stories on Instagram, and I will also put the link for the annual subscription in the description as well on my YouTube, if you want to make sure that you don't miss that enrollment period. Also, the High Priestess Made Magic shop will be closing for the season August 5th. So if you haven't ordered your High Priestess Made Magical collection stuff yet, this is your last chance to order before it closes for the season. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started with the pile selection. So, pile number 1. Your reading is going to be done with the World of Visions Tarot. So if you want your reading to be done with the World of Visions Tarot, you are pile number 1. So you can put pile number 1 in the description or in the comments. Alrighty. So pile number 1, you have the World of Visions Tarot for your reading. World of Visions Tarot is what your reading is going to be done with. Okay, so you pick a pile based on which one calls to you most. Pile number 2, you are going to be read with the Spiritual Tarot, which is kind of inspired by Jeshua. So this is the Spiritual Tarot. That's pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 3, you are going to be read by the Tattoo Tarot. Tattoo Tarot for pile number 3. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's fine. There may be a message for you in more than one pile. But like I said, always take what resonates, leave what does not. So pile number 3, you're going to be Tattoo Tarot. And pile number 4, you are going to be Tarot of the Owls. So I will try to add these to my Amazon store if you guys wanted to get these tarot decks for yourself. I do have an Amazon list. That's up to you. But anyway, I'll try to add those on there. So, again, pile number 1, the World of Visions Tarot. Pile number 2, Spiritual Tarot. Pile number 3, Tattoo Tarot. And pile number 4, Tarot of the Owls. I have a lot of tarot decks, so I figured I might as well start using them more. All right, so you have your pile chosen. Let's go ahead and get started. I will also be picking one oracle card for each pile and one crystal ally card for each pile. So we'll do that. Alrighty. All right. I'm gonna ask my spirit guides. Spirit, connect me to the message for pile number 1, for pile number 1's highest good. What will the Aquarius full moon bring for pile number 1 this time? Let's go ahead and take a look. First, before I start with the tarot though, I'm going to start with picking an oracle card for you. All right, let's see. Spirit, what for the highest good of pile number 1, what messages do you have for pile number 1? What will Aquarius full moon bring for pile number 1? Pile number 1, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety from you. A lot of anxiety, a lot of nervousness from you. Like, I was perfectly fine, and then when we started picking piles, all of a sudden I got a rush of anxiety from pile number 1. Whew, I feel like you need more grounding. That's the first message that I'm getting, is you need more grounding. Pile number 1, you are evolving spiritually. So Spirit is saying it's time to set your heart free from society's expectations and allow yourself to become more of who you really are. Okay, pile number 1, you may also be experiencing a lot of like nervousness or anxiety because you're starting to evolve spiritually and you're starting to be empathic to people around you or things around you, animals, people. I'm also seeing that you're going to be getting light codes downloaded to you from possibly extraterrestrials, possibly angels, starseed families. Now that more people know that there are extraterrestrials, a lot of starseeds are going to start receiving messages from their starseed family. So pile number 1, I'm seeing light codes. I'm also seeing that travel is coming for you. So you may be getting this nudge to travel, this nudge to get to explore the world more. Okay, so don't be surprised. Last but not least for you, pile number 1, with the oracle, Spirit is saying you need to shield your energy, protect your energy, shield yourself. Also, you might want to be careful with consuming animals, because as your empathic abilities grow, you will start feeling the emotions that the animals felt. So if the animals felt fear or anxiety or whatever, you may start feeling the same emotions. You may start noticing that you're processing not just the meat, but you're actually processing the emotions as well. Okay. Pile number 1, you're also probably experiencing some pressure today on this Aquarius full moon. Experiencing some pressure in your crown, in your third eye, and your gut. Okay. I'm feeling like nauseous, almost like when you're on a merry-go-round and you're like, no, not merry-go-round, like the spinning teacups. I don't know if you guys have ever ridden in one of those like spinning teacups, but I'm feeling like I'm in this like spinning teacup, like from like Six Flags or like Disney World or whatever, spinning teacup ride. And it's like, ugh, all this stuff happening. So this moon might be making you a little bit nauseous. Okay, you may need to like sit down and relax. Ground. Whew. Ground, ground, ground. Shield your energy and ground. All right, Spirit. What? Like the energy is so strong coming off of pile number 1 that I needed a moment to catch my breath, because it was just too much coming through. So much. Seeing like Syrian energy, Syrian star seeds, Arcturian star seeds, a lot of energy, a lot of futuristic energy as well. This Syrian energy is talking to me. He keeps repeating, the future is now. The future is now. He keeps repeating, the future is now. The future is now. The future is now. It's like Pile number one, somehow you are here. If this resonates with you, you are here to make the new future. Make the future that is coming. Because he keeps repeating to me, like, the future is now. Future is now. So also too, like, if you've been putting off traveling, or you've been putting off like something like you really wanted to do for like the future, or like when something worked out better for you or whatever, he's saying the future is now. Like, tomorrow's not promised. Do it now. Okay? Not saying that anything bad's gonna happen, but he's really pushing you to take that action. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say, what they have to say through the tarot. The first card for you with the tarot is the King of Wands. So this is very much taking calculated risks energy, like taking the risks. Okay, the King of Wands, like, he just follows his gut. He doesn't overthink anything. He just follows his gut. He sees the options and then he goes for it. Okay, so you need to stop procrastinating. Okay, Four of Swords upside down. Now, the Four of Swords is usually about resting. Upside down, this tells me that, okay, you've done enough resting. Now it's time for action. Okay? You've done enough resting. Now it's the time for action. I also heard some of you need to stop falling on your sword. Some of you need to stop being the martyr. Some of you need to stop being the sacrifice for other people and start really living your life for you. There's the Chariot again. So the energy of moving forward, possibly a new home, possibly moving somewhere different. I'm getting like you need to stop sacrificing yourself for other people right now. You need to really focus on yourself. You need to really go for the things that you have been wanting to go for. Like he said, the future is now. For some of you, this is in regards to work or starting a business. Like, they're like, now is the time. Okay, now is the time. This Aquarius full moon for you, pile number one, is really forcing you to stop waiting for things to be done for you, or stop waiting for the universe to do something, and for you to start taking action for yourself. Okay, Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands is not afraid to take action. She is very much willing to take the risk. She is protected. She knows she's powerful enough that she's actually the only one, I always say this all the time, she's the only one in the tarot that is not protected by the salamander. Salamander usually makes you protected from fire, from risk. However, the Queen of Wands doesn't care about being protected because she knows that she has enough power to protect herself. So she doesn't have to necessarily worry about being protected externally, because she has the power to do whatever it takes to protect herself and those she loves. Okay. Overcoming obstacles, very big energy here. But some of you, if you don't stop overdoing it for other people, you are going to burn out. Okay, you're going to burn out. You need to start doing more for you and pull back on doing so much for other people, because you're going to burn out and then you're going to feel resentful to other people. Travel is very important. Again, another travel card. So you got travel, travel, travel 3 times, okay? You need to travel. You need to travel. Pile number one, I keep hearing you need to connect with the ancestral lands. You need to connect with the ancestral places that you feel drawn to. Okay, you got travel, travel, travel. So maybe today is the perfect time to plan a trip, to get yourself together and plan a trip. Even if it's like a trip where you just get in your car and maybe drive to the next town over, you need to plan a trip. Okay. All right, Spirit, what is the last message that you have for pile number one? Start taking some risks in your life. The last message that you got, pile number 1, is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about being a teacher. It's like you've already learned enough. It's time now to start like spreading your knowledge with other people, spreading your wisdom. And sometimes the best way to learn something is to teach it as well. So if you guys have been thinking about teaching something or learning a certain topic, about a certain topic, Spirit is like, approach it as if you are going to become a teacher in that topic and really dive deep into the research. And then, but some of you already know enough where you can actually start teaching it to other people for whatever it is that you want to teach. So if you resonated with pile number 1, it's really important for you to start, stop overthinking and start doing, okay? Let me see here. What is the crystal ally for pile number 1 for this week? Pile number 1, your crystal ally is fluorite for personal protection, getting organized, aura cloaking, and cooperation. So fluorite is your crystal ally. All right, pile number 1. Okay, pile number 2. I have a feeling you're going to have a problem with the throat chakra. Because pile number 2 is already bleeding into pile number 1. Like, move out of my way. It's my turn. Okay. Let me go ahead and clear the energy for pile number 1. Pile number 1, last message too. Do some heart chakra work. Some self-love work. I keep hearing you need to make sure you are taking care of yourself and making sure that you are being kind to yourself, okay? All right, let's go ahead and see what pile number 2. I call upon the collective for pile number 2. Let's go ahead. So pile number 2, I'm reading your pile with the Spiritual Tarot. Doesn't say the author in here. Or this, the bottom, on the top. Tarika de Maggiano. Oh, I said that wrong. Maggio. Okay. All right. So the spiritual tarot is what I'm reading you with. Pile number 2. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to move this over to here till I'm done with that. Okay. First, let's see what your oracle cards are. Spirit, what message do you have for pile number 2 regarding what will the Aquarius full moon bring for them? Energy signature. The past is in the present. Okay, so what that tells me right away that your past lives might be affecting your life right now. Whatever lessons you're going through at this time are lessons that you're repeating from your past life. Especially relating to your power, the power that you have from past lives. I'm also getting that you need to really lead your own path. In pile number 2, you're here to create your own path. You're not here to follow the same path as everybody else. You're here to create your own path, okay? I feel like there are some heavier energies, darker energies that are trying to lead you astray from your path. This could be like influence from like family members or friends that are like talking down on the path that you are being intuitively led to follow. Okay, so be careful because the devil is playing around with the people around you, trying to get them to influence you to go in the direction that they want you to go rather than your divine purpose. Okay, pile number 2. So there are some dark temptations around that are trying to sway you away from your path. And I'm feeling that this is because you have a very powerful energy. You are here, pile number 2, you're very likely a light worker, and you're here to heal people. Well, not heal people, but guide people on their own healing path. And because of that, I see these heavier, denser energies trying to sway you away from your path, okay, pile number 2? So be very careful with what advice you take from like family members or from like friends that aren't really in agreement with what you're doing, with what path you're following. So funny that this message is coming through the spiritual tarot, because I feel like this tarot deck is really influenced by Jeshua, who was like the original light worker, even though religion tried to turn him into something different. But it's like he was like the original light worker. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, what message do you have for pile number 2? I did get that throat chakra blockage, maybe people trying to shut you up, trying to tell you not to speak up, not to say what you're being led to say. Spirit wants me to tell you the thing that gets you into trouble is your superpower. Okay? So the thing that is constantly getting you into trouble is actually your superpower. So don't stop doing that just because other people are uncomfortable with it. Okay. 6 of Swords. I see you walking away from situations that are not in your highest good anymore. Walking away from conversations that are not good for you. Pile number 2. Walk away from gossip. I feel like there's a lot of people around you that just want to gossip, and there's also some people around you that are sending you evil eye energy because they can see that you have this light. Pile number 2. So I would highly suggest doing protection work for yourself to ward off the evil eye. Okay, stay away from people who just want to gossip all the time. I do see a tower moment here, but this tower moment is because you need to allow the person who you're not to crumble so that you can rebuild the person that you actually are. Okay? Alrighty. King of Swords. So you definitely are somebody who's supposed to influence people with your words. And I think that Aquarius full moon is really going to push you to do this. Like, this is a great opportunity. I mean, today's the Aquarius full moon, and then we have another full moon in August, which is the Pisces full moon. Pisces moon is all about divine guidance, okay? So Aquarius full moon is all about looking forward, about influencing the energy forward. So I see you being a very big influence verbally. So be careful with the words you speak. Be careful with what you allow to influence you, because you are meant to influence other people as well. So I see here the 10 of Cups. Through your authenticity, pile number 2, through staying authentic to who you really are rather than trying to be what other people want you to be, you will find ultimate happiness, and you will find that you will have a lot of fulfillment in life if you actually if you're brave enough to follow your authentic self. Okay? And create your own path. I see that you are meant to make a lot of money by creating your own path. A lot of wealth. Page of Pentacles, a lot of wealth coming in for you if you follow your own path rather than just allowing yourself to follow whatever other people want you to do. Also, 10 of Wands here, you need to protect yourself and protect those you love. Page of Cups here, yes, very much follow your intuition. Your intuitive abilities are going to be growing, and your intuitive abilities is what's going to influence how you influence other people. Okay? Spirit is saying it's time to do the work now. Now it's time to do the work. Like, it's time to step into this work and continue the dedication. Do the work to really hone your abilities and to really be knowledgeable of what it is that you actually want to achieve. Okay, so what does that work look like? Meditation, tapping into your psychic abilities, tapping into your intuition, learning to trust your intuition, learning to distinguish, learning to know, okay, this is what it means. This is how my intuition tells me yes. This is how my intuition tells me no. learning to say no when your intuition tells you that you don't want to go down that path. Staying loyal to your intuition is going to really help you hone it, okay? So Spirit is saying it's like, not necessarily meaning that like you're fully ready yet to start influencing others. It is your purpose to influence others. But before you do, you need to make sure that you are stepping into your power, that you are shielding your energy from the wrong energies, that you're making your own path, that you're letting go of the past, that you're meditating, that you're tapping into that intuitive ability, that you're growing that intuitive ability, that you are staying loyal to your spiritual path and to your spirit guides, and allowing them to guide you. And letting go of the things that no longer serve you, right? There's a tower here right in the middle. So you might start feeling like things are falling apart, but they're actually falling into place for you, okay? So in order to build something great, something not so great has to fall apart. Okay, because I'm seeing you here being part of rebuilding a civilization. Okay, so this could be, right, like we are in the age of Aquarius as well already. We are entering into the age of Aquarius, which is all about information. So things are already shifting a lot. So for you, pile number 2, you may see the downfall of civilization, and you're going to be part of the rebuilding of civilization is what I'm hearing. Okay, King of Cups energy. So you're definitely you definitely need to allow yourself to be very centered in how you really feel about things. Okay, Spirit is saying salt water. Salt water is very, very protective for you, so making sure you're using salt water, pile number 2, would be really beneficial. Using salt, putting salt water around your home. I do see the god of the sea here, so some of you may have a connection with Agwe or Poseidon or Neptune. And I'm seeing that or Oxumare, that connection is going to be very protective for you. I need a drink of water. Okay. So calling on possibly even Olokun energy, which is the protective masculine energies of the ocean. So that would be my, Yemaya is very protective, but the masculine energies of the ocean are also extremely protective. So I do see more of that masculine energy. For some of you, you might have this might be a spirit guide of yours that is protecting you. That is water god, ocean god. I'm also hearing Njord. So, and then some of you, this might be an actual ancestor that could have been a water sign. So Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. That is a male ancestor that is providing protection. And he's also going to help you tap into and enhance your psychic abilities, okay? Your psychic and spiritual abilities. Yeah, it's time to prepare yourself to become a leader. It's time to prepare yourself to become a leader, pile number 2, to let go of things that don't resonate with being the leader that you were meant to be. You were meant to create a new way for civilization, a new influence, okay? This could possibly, for some of you, this could be like starting a new religion. So for some of you, this could be like starting a new way of doing things. There's a lot of different things, but I'm hearing some of you, it's like a new religion, a new path, a new way of doing things. The crystal ally for you, pile number 2, is rose quartz. So rose quartz can be used for unconditional love, romance, nourishing, and soothing energy. I'm also being told that you should also work with rubies. So if you can get real rubies, that would be the best thing to do. So rose quartz and rubies. Rubies are great for abundance, passion, expanding lucid dreaming, and lighting up your own light working abilities. So I would definitely suggest working with rose quartz and ruby, pile number 2. Alrighty, that is the message for pile number 2. If these resonate for you, don't feel feel free to leave a comment in the description of how that resonates for you. All right, let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. By the way, pile number 1, pile number 2, if you want to book a reading, you can book a reading on my website, highpriestessmay.com. I will never DM you. So there's a lot of fake pages on social media of me. I will never DM you. Readings must always be booked on my website before I will contact you. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and do pile number 3. You chose the Tattoo Tarot. Tattoo Tarot. I love these cards. These are so cool. Look at them. They remind me of the Spanish cards. I'm so glad these are resonating for you guys. Okay, let me see what Spirit has to say. Pile number 3, but first I'm going to clear the energy. Thank you for everyone who's submitting the badges. I appreciate you. All right. One more. I feel like one more. Nope, I keep messing it up. All right. Let's go ahead and see what pile number 3 has to say. All right, Spirit, what message do you have for pile number 3? Pile number 3, all of a sudden, I got like this really calming energy when I connected to you. Really calming energy. I am being, my energy is being focused on the kidneys and the bladder. So pile number 3, I think this calming energy might be what you actually need. Like, you may be calming to other people, but you take on other people's stress and like process it through your own kidneys. Pile number 3. So I think you need to do more relaxing things that will take care of your kidneys better, to reduce stress. Okay. Give your kidneys a little help. Because like I said, you may bring a lot of calming energy to other people, but for yourself, you're processing a lot of stress through your kidneys. And the last thing you want to do is burn out your kidneys, okay? Pile number 3. Again, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just stating what I'm feeling, okay? Okay, so Spirit is saying that you are, pile number 3, you're like a celestial gatekeeper. So that tells me, and they're saying like your timing is very critical. The timing in which you do things, like as soon as you get a message from Spirit, you need to act on it. Because the timing of when you do things is very important. You do need to also spend a little bit more time in nature. Maybe some of you, pile number 3, live in a city that is very chaotic, and Spirit is saying you need to really spend more time in nature. I got so thirsty with pile number 3. Pile number 3, you need hydration, because literally I feel like I'm in the desert right now. Like I'm in the desert. Okay? And when you're dehydrated and your body feels dehydrated, that also affects your ability to receive financial prosperity. That's what I just heard. So if you're dehydrated, if your body's not feeling 100%, if you have mineral and vitamin deficiencies, pile number 3, you might want to check your vitamin and mineral deficiencies. If you don't know how to do that, you can, there's a company called 5 Strands. They seem to be pretty good with doing testing for vitamin and mineral deficiency, and it's pretty affordable for the most part. Not sponsored. So you need to be drinking a lot of water that actually has minerals in it. So I would suggest getting yourself some mineralized water, okay? Spirit is telling me that you are being awakened to the ability to travel between worlds, pile number 3. So that's probably why you're also feeling dehydrated and kind of your kidneys are overworked, is because you're traveling between worlds, okay? Okay. Like my lips feel like I'm in the desert right now. And I just put chapstick on. So pile number 3, like I said, you need to spend more time in nature. You need to pay attention to your intuition, because timing is key for you. You have to make sure you're making those moves at the right time, intuitively. And you are traveling between worlds, so I do see 1 foot in the physical world, 1 foot in the spiritual world for you. So you do need to stay hydrated. Make sure that you have plenty of minerals, vitamins and minerals in your body. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to tell you today. These cards are cards, so they're kind of hard to shuffle. You like light up everybody else, pile number 3, so you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. Okay, you need rest. So that doesn't surprise me that you got the 4 of Swords. You got the 4 of Swords right side up, which is all about resting. You need rest because you're going to need it in the future. You're going to really need this rest, okay? The Magician. So you're going to need your rest in order to be able to have the energy to manifest the life you desire. Also, with the Magician, it's kind of like reminding you, hey, you already have all the tools that you need to manifest what you need, okay? Or what you want. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords energy is very gossipy energy, so be careful who you're telling your business to, because I feel like this, if pile number 3 is resonating for you, pile number 2 probably resonates for you as well. There might be some messages there, cross kind of connected. 5 of Swords energy. So Aquarius full moon is really kind of telling you like, hey, you really need to rest and be careful who you're sharing your business with, because there are people who are gossiping. There are people who are kind of wishing you not so great things. This is very much evil eye energy for me, but also like envious, jealousy, gossipy energy, okay? Separate yourself from those types of energies. The Wheel of Fortune. Your fortune is about to change. Like, you've been having some really bad luck. Know that things are going to change. It wasn't really bad luck. It was really more of like the negative energies of other people affecting you, but also it was because you needed rest. So your spirit guides were trying to force you into a rest period. So this might show up as like all of a sudden, like you were super burnt out and all of a sudden like you like lost your job, right? That's one example of how spirit tries to get you to rest. It's like, if you don't take rest when you need to, I'm going to force you to, right? But then what ends up happening is you stress even more because maybe you don't have that job anymore. So try to rest when you really feel that rest is needed, because if you keep pushing through that exhaustion, spirit is just going to pull the rug out and kind of force you to go into that rest period, okay? Queen of Swords. So right now it's very important for you to set very strict boundaries with people around you. Very strong boundaries. This could be your spouse. This could be your kids. This could be friends, family members. It's very important for you to vocalize very strict boundaries, okay? Very firm boundaries. Queen of Swords really knows what she wants and really speaks it, vocalizes it, and makes sure that people know that these are her boundaries that she's setting. So don't give energy to anything or anyone that is not worth it. If you've experienced some sort of betrayal, make sure that you are setting very clear boundaries as to what it's going to take for that person to gain your trust back, or cutting that person out of your life or whatever. That's what I'm hearing. However you wish to deal with that. At the end of the day, the full moon in Aquarius is going to show you that you are actually a very prosperous person. You are actually meant to be a very prosperous, very happy person, that you are meant to have a very happy life. So don't forget to look at the positives, look at the beauty in life. You actually got this twice. So it's very likely that pile number 3, you've been really focusing on a lot of the negative things that have been happening to you. So it's really important for you now to start noticing the positive things, because if you do notice the positive things, this is when this Sun card is really going to play out the best for you. Is when you start noticing the positive things, more positive things are going to start happening. Because Wheel of Fortune here with the Sun card, this is telling me that the reason why some things were going against you was because you weren't setting proper boundaries. You were setting yourself up for failure before by not resting, by not realizing that you have the ability to manifest your life, by not realizing that you were sharing your life with people that weren't wishing you well. So Spirit is saying, once you stop doing these things, first of all, a lot of you manifest your reality, pile number 3. So this Magician here, in the middle of the 5 of Swords and the 4 of Swords, is telling me that, like, not only can you manifest the positive things in your life, but you manifest the bad stuff too. Like, you could, if you just trusted in God and in Spirit that things are going to work out, you wouldn't have to go through these really hard times. Things would just work out. But because you are putting out into the universe, like, oh my God, you know, this isn't going to get paid, or this is not going to happen, or blah, blah, blah. You end up manifesting blockages for yourself along the way to things working out for you. So save yourself some pain by being careful with how you speak and what you say, and setting very strict boundaries, not just with other people, but how other people speak upon you, but also how you speak upon your own life, okay? So set some boundaries with your tongue. Okay, set some boundaries with your own tongue, because your tongue, my grandfather used to love saying, the tongue is the punishment of the body. Okay, so anything that you say can come back to bite you, because you have that ability to manifest. Bottom of the deck is the King of Coins, so you do have that ability to manifest a lot of wealth for yourself. You are, pile number 3, meant to be very financially intelligent and financially prosperous. I mean, this is a promise right here. Like, the full moon in Aquarius is promising you that if you do these things, you are going to see that you are very financially prosperous and that you can manifest anything you want in your life. Okay, you are a co-creator of your reality, pile number 3. So those of us who have like spiritual abilities, most of our manifestations are kind of like limited in that intuitive field, right? Into like that intuitive, you know, following your intuition. Here, when we have magical abilities, a lot of us who have these magical abilities, the ability to manifest, we create our reality, whether it's good or bad. So set very strict boundaries with yourself as to what you will say and what you will speak into your life, into your existence. Also, anything you feel, how you feel is what you're going to see on the outside of you. So if you feel chaotic, you're going to see a lot of chaos around you. If you feel peaceful, you're going to feel a lot of peace around you. If you allow yourself to feel gratitude and prosperity, you will see prosperity and things to be grateful for around you. So it's very, very important for you to pay attention to that, okay? Look at that. That's the Midas touch. You have the ability to turn anything into gold. But here's the thing. Turn like quartz into diamonds. Here's the thing, pile number 3. When you feel like crap, you manifest that lack. You manifest, like, you lose your power to make everything into gold, to turn glass into diamonds. You lose that power because your ability to manifest is very correlated with your emotions. And if you don't release certain emotions by either speaking about it and allowing yourself to cry it out and allowing yourself to purge it, when you hold on to those negative emotions, they block your ability to have the Midas touch. They block your ability to be able to actually turn glass into gold. Glass into diamonds, or, you know, dust into gold. So be careful with what emotions you're holding on to, is what Aquarius full moon really wants to tell you. Take your time to rest. set your intention towards prosperity and gratitude and seeing the beauty in life, and you will see those things shifting in your favor. Okay. All right, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit says is your crystal ally of the week or the month, for however long you want to use it. All right. Oh, okay. Interesting. Remember I said you needed to ground, you needed to go to nature? You got earth. So earth is the element that's going to help you the most right now. Earth, acorns are really connected with abundance, fertility, harvest, logic, okay? Earth, and then hematite, which is another earth metal. So hematite is for self-healing, grounding, seeing the right opportunities, and also calling justice to be done in your favor. So hematite, see if you can see that. Hematite. So you need to earth, you need to use some hematite. And last but not least, if you're able to, get yourself some sapphire so that you are able to channel the wisdom from your higher self. Okay? Look at this beautiful sapphire. See that? You can't see it very well on camera, but it's very pretty. Yeah, if you can get yourself some sapphire, even if it's lab-grown sapphire, it will help you channeling wisdom. If you can get natural sapphire, even better. Okay, so it will help you channel the wisdom of your higher self. Pile number 3. All right, that is your message. Many blessings, and I hope that you have a wonderful Aquarius full moon. Now, these messages are timeless, so even if you find this message like outside of the Aquarius full moon, like find the replay, there might be a message for you here. Okay. Also, one last thing, pile number 3, again, as always, if you want to book a reading with me, you can do so only on highpriestessmay.com. For those of you who just joined, and I will never DM you, never, ever, ever. So you always have to book a reading or a consultation before I contact you on my website, highpriestessmay.com. Also, if you were looking to join my HP May Magical VIP mentorship program, the 1-year annual pass will be closing soon. Enrollment will be closing soon on that, so you can join that. I have the link in my stories. You're welcome. I have the link in my stories for that if you wish to be mentored by me, okay? That's for like the more of like the general mentorship that I do. And then, oh, right. The HPMA Magic Shop is going to be closing for the season on August 5th. So if you want to grab some magical goodies, now is the time. All right. All right, pile number 4. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. So pile number 4, I am reading you with the Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my new favorite tarot decks. I have a lot of favorites. I cannot say one is more favorite over another. It's like, you know, children. All right. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see. I'm so glad that the messages resonated for you guys. Let's go ahead and see. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I am going to start doing these more on my YouTube channel, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/highpriestessmay. Make sure you can find the link on my link in bio. On highpriestessmay.com, you can find the link to go straight to my YouTube channel to subscribe. That's one of the best ways you can support me, is subscribing to my YouTube channel for free. All right, let's go ahead and see here what message there is for pile number 4. I'm going to clear the energy first. Pile number 4. Spirit, what message do you have for pile number 4? Pile number 4, I feel like I'm hearing like like your spirit guides have gone quiet on you, maybe because they used to talk to you a lot, but you didn't listen. So pile number 4, like I'm getting that your spirit guides have been very quiet. I wonder why. So we'll see what the the Aquarius full moon has to tell you. So if you picked pile number 4, I get the feeling that you've been feeling like your spirit guides haven't been talking to you or haven't been around as much. Because I just saw silence. I just heard complete silence. Okay. But I feel like it's because they were trying to challenge you to take some time to actually like meditate and listen, but also to give you some peace as well, so that you wouldn't, because I feel like pile number 4, your spirit guides being quiet is not something that's usual for you. Like they're usually really loud, or they're usually always sending you messages. But your spirit guides have kind of been very quiet because they've been waiting for you to tell them as well, like what direction you want your life to go in. Spirit, what message do you have from highest love and light for pile number 4? What will Aquarius full moon bring for pile number 4? Yep. So Spirit has been waiting for you to sit down to actually channel your messages. They're also trying to train you on how to use your intuition to distinguish things on your own without having to be like told by your spirit guides what to do. For you, pile number 4, I'm also seeing automatic writing, possibly your spirit guides like writing through you, and channeling messages through you. Guardian, guard your energy. Some of you, pile number 4, might resonate with a wolf spirit guide. Okay, so I'm hearing here the reason why pile number 4 you are not hearing your guides is because they are trying to teach you how to channel information through your crown rather than through like you hearing them, or like hearing their voice in your head. So they're kind of saying like they're trying to get you to kind of tune your instrument to do automatic writing, to actually channel through pen and paper what they are trying to say to you. I'm seeing connection with the triple goddess here. So some of you might have a very strong connection or might need to develop a connection with the triple goddess. I am seeing a wolf spirit guide here for pile number 4. Like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So wolf energy, triple goddess energy. I do see that you are meant to, pile number 4, kind of push people more towards that Christ consciousness of love and light. There's nothing wrong with love and light. You know, sometimes I say kind of some stuff about love and light, but love and light is important. So I feel like for you, you're meant to be more on the spectrum of uplifting people, whether that's spiritually, whether it's just like in your normal daily life, whatever, whether it's at your regular job or in your family, like you have that energy of meaning to kind of uplift the vibration. Okay, so you're here to kind of uplift the vibration of the people around you with your presence, by you uplifting your vibration. I'm seeing also that you need to connect with angels, pile number 4. Oh my goodness, there are so many angels watching you. So this card at first, so when I first connected with your energy, pile number 4, I saw this whole bunch of angels like around me, and I'm like, but they weren't talking, they were just staring at me, and I'm like, why are you just staring? Why aren't you saying anything? And then they were like, because we're not saying anything to pile number 4 because we're waiting for pile number 4 to connect with us. Okay, so you're being watched by a lot of angels, and they're trying to connect with you. They're trying to get you to like hone your crown chakra and like hone your third eye so that you can connect with them at a higher level. Okay. So at first, when I first pulled this card, I just saw this. And then when I looked closer, look at all the eyes. Do you see the eyes up there on the top? These are all the angels that are watching you. So the angel realm is really, and I heard you need to activate your angel aura, your angel chakras. So people usually only talk about the 7 chakras that run through the 7 chakra that run through the body, or energy systems that run through the body. A lot of people don't talk about the fact that we have like an aura chakra, and then we have like an angel chakra around us. And Spirit is saying like you're supposed to expand into your angel chakra, because you're supposed to work with angels. But you need to sit down and allow them to speak to you. You need to sit down and meditate and get yourself, purge yourself of all of these negative lower vibrations, so that you are at high enough vibration to actually hear them. Interesting. I also see Kundalini rising for a lot of you. Okay, so some of you are going to have angel activation. Some of you are going to have Kundalini activation. But in order for that to happen, you have to ignite your passions in life. Like, you have to follow what you're passionate about, okay? So first, you need to connect with your angel chakra, which is like right outside your aura. And you need to connect with... some of you need to connect with your Kundalini, which is from the sacral chakra. So, yeah, your angels are there's a lot of angels watching you. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has. 3 of Cups, celebration. 4 of Cups, you have to let go. In order to receive this celebration, you need to stop worrying about the past. You need to cut cords with things that are no longer serving you from your past. Remember I said you need to purge all of those lower vibrations, all of those like denser vibrations, because you're meant to like elevate, okay? You need to purge all of this sadness. Look at the sad little owl. You need to purge all of this sadness. You need to allow these emotions to come out. You need to pull these cords out of yourself, okay? So if you don't know how to pull cords out of yourself, I do offer sessions after a consultation, and I see like what cords you have. I do offer sessions to remove cords, which you can get when you book a spiritual consultation with me. We can talk about what cords you have, and then we can set up a session to pull them, okay? Because they're showing me here that like you're still crying over spilt milk, and you're not seeing all of the blessings, and because of that, you're not able to connect with your angels. But you have all of this celebration. Again, triple goddess energy, okay? Archangel Michael energy. Also, I'm getting Horus energy. Yeah. I'm also getting the god Aries here for some of you. Pile number 4. Pile number 4, I think the god Aries is with those of you who have been getting messages about activating your Kundalini, because the god Aries is the god of passion as well as war. So that's where I'm getting that. For those of you who have been kind of connecting with the wolf spirit guide, that's your spirit guides are telling you need to connect with the triple goddess energies. And those of you who have been like trying to hear your spirit guides but they're not talking, you need to connect with your angels, okay? It's like I'm reading 3 different groups of you in this 4th reading. Okay? Literally, it's like I'm reading 3 different groups in one number 4. Okay. What other messages are there for number 4? The Hanged Man upside down. So it's, you've already seen something from a different perspective, or you need to tap into a different perspective and then start taking action on it. Don't wait to tap into this different perspective. You see how the crown is activated here? The crown is activated here. You see that? That's like Jeshua energy. The crown is activated there. The crown is activated there. So that's definitely for those of you who are being drawn to connecting to angels, connecting to Jeshua energy. Very Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is just love and light. That's what it is. Like, Christ consciousness was about love all, connect with God, connect with the God within you, and then religion took it and warped it into this disgusting thing that they've done with it. But the Christ consciousness was really about sharing love, sharing light, sharing oneness, and loving one another and caring for one another and having this higher vibration that allows you to connect with the God within you. Okay? That's why Joshua would say, like, the way to God is through me. What he meant was, it's through yourself. It's the way for me to get to God is through me. The way for you to get to God is through you. It's through yourself, right? Because we all have a piece of God within us. There's a God outside of us, and then there's a God within us. So that's what Joshua really meant, and his message was distorted completely to control the masses. Until this day, there are still people who are worshiping the Bible rather than Christ consciousness because they don't understand, and the message has been distorted and has been changed into something that it wasn't meant to be. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see here. Last but not least, pile number 4, by tapping into this energy, Spirit is saying that you are going to be able to really see how infinitely abundant you are, how infinitely prosperous you are, and how you can create a lot out of nothing, right? So it's kind of like how Joshua turned water into wine, or turned one fish into many fish to feed the masses. So when you're able to, when you tap into this energy, this is like really, really massively impressive energy. When you tap into these abilities, pal number 4, when you tap into this Christ consciousness energy, you're gonna start creating things that you're gonna be very surprised by what you're gonna be creating. Okay. You're also going to open up a lot more choices for yourself, financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. But it's like Spirit is calling you to become a leader in your own life, okay? Now is the time. So 2 of Wands is about look further into the horizon, and don't be afraid of money, okay? Don't be afraid of lack. Many choices will be opening up to you. All you have to do is tap into your higher self, tap into that God within you, okay? Tap into that energy. One of the things that I read in the Mary Magdalene gospel, the gospel of Mary Magdalene, was about how her and Joshua did a ritual to actually activate their Kundalini energy, which is what allowed Joshua to be able to like heal people energetically. Because Mary Magdalene was also because Mary Magdalene was his wife, even though they tried to erase her, she was also a living Christ. She actually went on to go to France and teach the teachings of Joshua, because she too was also Christed. She was the female Christ, and Joshua was the male Christ, right? But that Christ consciousness is not a person. So when they say like Christ is going to return, it's not Joshua that's going to return. It's the Christ consciousness that's going to return, which is what's happening right now. Christ consciousness is returning. The return of love and light, the return of truth is coming. And that is what they were talking about when they said Christ will return. Everything in the Bible is symbolic. It's not literal. okay? And also a lot of things in the Bible have been distorted. So understand that. All right, Spirit. I think that's all for that. Let's go ahead and see. I feel like I was shuffling this for a reason, so let me just pull the card, okay? Last message for you. Pile number 4, tap into your sacred divinities, okay? There might be 2 paths ahead. So there might be for you path number 4. I said path number 4. Pile number 4, you might have like a physical mission, like a mission that you're supposed to come and do here, like in the physical world, and you might have a spiritual mission as well. So if you want to know more specifically about your particular mission, you can book a reading and we can talk about like what your particular mission here is on earth, or like what exactly you came here to do. Okay, but Spirit is saying follow the path of your sacred divinity. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see what is your ally crystal, pile number 4. What crystal or stone is the ally for pile number 4? What would be the best for them to use during this Aquarius full moon week or month, or for however long you want to use it? Okay, I got it. I feel like it's this one. My hands are charged. Orange calcite for boosting self-esteem, expressing your Kundalini energy, psychological healing, energetic living. So orange calcite. What else? I feel like there's another stone for you. Pile number 4. Turquoise. To tap into your leadership abilities, to expand communication with the angel realm, as well as with clear communication, prosperity and success. Turquoise. Okay. Oh, sorry. No, the turquoise was not for angel communication. Celestite was for angel communication, because they were saying celestite to me and they were telling me at the same time as I was reading the turquoise. So the turquoise is for communication between the physical realm, between you and other people. Celestite is for communication between you and the angel realm. So celestite helps with communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, and inciting deep meditation. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this Aquarius full moon. I hope that this resonated with you. Let me know how things go. Let me know how this resonated for you in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you are watching this on Instagram, if you feel like somebody else could use this message, go ahead and share it with others. And don't forget, to book a reading with me or any kind of spiritual work, you would have to go through my website, highpriestessmay.com. That's the only way that you can book with me. I will not DM you ever. If somebody DMs you, it's a fake page, so report and block. And the High Priestess May Academy Magical VIP group enrollment for the annual pass will be ending. So I will put the link in the description. I will put the link is in my IG stories right now. And enrollment is ending soon for that. And then the HP May Magic Shop will be closing for the season on August 5th. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful Aquarius full moon. And remember, if you find this message outside of the Aquarius full moon, it might still be a message that you need to hear. Many blessings.